Hello again. Time for our next short impulse. This time I would like to talk about risks and how to accept risk and see risk as part of our business. Today, especially today, in times of changes coming from outside, coming from inside of our company, coming from all the stakeholders, but these influences often are not usual. Companies are going down with the volumes, changing capacities, trying to change contracts, and all these kinds of things can happen. Normally, we are trying to reach out with these changes, with habits, what we are used to do. That means these kinds of habits, these kinds of reactions will say, okay, customer would like to have a new kind of contract and we're offering some 2% off price reduction or something like that. But is this the right manner to go ahead with this topic? I think it's necessary to reach out something with a different kind of perspective, because we don't know what kind of influences we have from outside, and these influences we have right now, we can expect, are not the same influences as in the past. So what we have to recognize, our standard reactions are not reliable anymore for future decisions. So there are some books written to the topic of most of wrong decisions are made based on our experiences. So how we can manage these kinds of things? We need sometimes some more informations, and some more informations are given by changing perspective. Try to find out what is the reason for this influence to our business, what makes the change happen. One example, if somebody is asking us to make a new contract and we are offering these 2%, perhaps he's saying yes and he's leaving again, but some 3-4 weeks later he's coming back again, try to renegotiate this contract again, or try to change something in the form of delivery or whatever. That is something we can spare, because we are not helping us and we are also not helping him if we are not coming to the point what is real, the point of change. Let's say perhaps he's changing the site from Europe to America, something like that. The cost of logistics are increasing and he's looking to keep the relationship with us for the very first moment. But by the end of the day, we should foresee that he will get a new supplier, supplier for our parts somewhere in America or wherever, to reduce the logistic cost again. So what is important in this point and at this stage, I think it's important to understand why he would like to renegotiate the contract. Finally, these 2-3% cost down will not help, not you and not him. So let's try to find out if there is any possibility to make a switch also with our business, what is more comporting this business, as well as giving us new opportunities in the complete setup of the business. So open up and change perspective. Try to reach out to the real reason behind of the change and try to adapt, not as before, but as realistic and reliable for the future. It's a lot of work. It needs a lot of creativity also to follow up with these kinds of topics. But definitely there's one thing what we need to remember every time. The food should not taste the chef. The food should taste the customer. So we have to think about what is changing the world around our customer to make the right offer for the future. Perhaps we have to leave him. Perhaps we can change with him. Perhaps we can offer something totally different and totally new for his business. But in these kinds of risky times where we are in right now, I think it's necessary to try to get as much as possible informations from the surrounding, and every time we are thinking, oh, I know this. We had this experience already 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Stop. It's immediately a break of your way of thinking. You should think about what might be the right decision for the future, but what is not relying on our experience, our standards to do. See you next time for the next short impulse next week.